So, do you remember where you were for that moment back in 2024? That was the last time parts of the world got to experience a total solar eclipse. Well, today, some people will get to feel that moment all over again. And here's where skies are expected to go dark across parts of the northern hemisphere. The moon will pass in front of the sun, a phenomenon that only happens on Earth about every 18 months. And here's what you need to know. Many of the best places for totality are not inhabited, but western Iceland and northern Spain are on the path of totality for peak eclipse experience. About 230 million people will be able to see 90% totality, according to population data from a science information center at Columbia University. Some places in North America will get a chance to see a partial solar eclipse. The path of totality will only last for about 45 minutes, and the eclipse will first become visible in northern Russia at around 1 p.m. Eastern. Our next guest has been eclipse chasing since 2017, and these are some of the photos he took back in 2024. In fact, he loves space so much that he changed his last name to Orion. Orion joins us now from Spain, a country whose mainland has not experienced a total solar eclipse since 1905. That is a long time ago. Chris, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. What are you looking forward to the most today?
Standing in totality and looking up and seeing the sun disappear from the sky is just the most amazing thing to see.
Yeah.
This is my third time doing it, the furthest I've ever traveled to see an eclipse, but it's become such a passion for me. Once you stand in totality, you understand it. You're perfectly aligned with the sun, the moon, the earth, and you. You feel so small against the universe, but it's the biggest thing you could ever experience.
I agree. It's also a very calming moment when you just kind of realize how beautiful and vast the entire world is. So you've been chasing moments like this since 2017. What made you start doing this?
Back when I was growing up in South Philly, we saw a partial solar eclipse, and I told my dad one day, I want to stand and see a total solar eclipse, and drove down to South Carolina back in 2017, saw it, and stood in awe. There is absolutely nothing like it. And for many people, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah.
And now I get to do it for my third time. I already have the fourth trip planned next August and looking at Australia in 2028.
Wow. Okay. So tell us about what goes into the planning and preparation for eclipse chasing. As you said, you've been doing this for a long time and you've been planning this moment to 2024. You have another plan. So tell us more.
So eclipses are no surprise. They're planned out centuries, millennium in advance. So the key is to book early before everyone else finds out about it. That's the only way you're going to be able to get hotels and rental cars in the area.
Good point.
And then just trying to find a spot as close to the center line as possible. So it does take some research, but it's a lot of fun. And you get to visit places that you would never visit. I'm in Sasamón, Spain, with a population of less than 900 people, and I've gotten to meet some of the residents here, and everybody's been friendly, and they've decorated for the eclipse, and it just gives you a chance to see places that you would never normally get to.
Yeah, that is so cool. All right, so you said you're already planning for the next eclipse, so you are our expert. What can you tell us about when and where that will actually take place?
So the next eclipse is going to be in early August of next year, and it's going to be southern Spain through pretty much the Strait of Gibraltar down into the Middle East, including Luxor, Egypt. It's going to be the longest eclipse of the century. It is a little bit expensive to take some of those tours, but we've actually booked a cruise that we're going to be in the middle of the ocean for the eclipse.
Nice.
So that could be the best place to see it.
I'm excited for you. Maybe I can watch from your view someday down the road, because that is exciting. It is cool. And the fact that you changed your last name too tells us how much you really love this stuff. Orion, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.